Hello, I'm RDV, and to the right of me is Zach. We're back again, right? Because tonight is Tuesday, and tonight we're talking about the new comic books coming out this week. Now you're probably wondering, well, what? Some of the DC books already came out today. That's nice. A lot of us don't get to Wednesday.
Good for you. If you went to get your DC books today, you just have to make the trip again tomorrow for all the other books.
Exactly. It's like I don't understand that. It's like, why would you go twice? I mean, one-stop shop, bro.
Gas costs money. You got to go in one.
I'm flexing, bro. I go 3 times a week.
God, that is a flex. It's a weird one, but okay.
I drive 40 minutes both ways.
No. Is it 40 minutes to your nearest comic shop?
No.
I was about to say, holy
hell. For me, it's 15 minutes. 20 minutes.
Mine's about 15. If I hit every red light, it could take about 20 or 25.
Well, that's the thing. I have like 20 stop signs to go through, intersections to go through. Mm-hmm. I think I get on expressway and I head way up, but it's a straight shot. Finally finished construction. I can actually start taking a detour.
Oh, nice. I do miss living when we were in New Orleans because there was literally a comic shop right across the street from my neighborhood. I could walk there if I wanted to. I was like, man, I miss that. But
right?
What are you going to do? I
mean, technically, I could live next to one of them. I had to live in like a really crummy, shitty apartment, and I could walk there. But I'm like, it's okay. I want to have heat during the winter.
Yeah, I was going to say the con outweighs the pros in that situation.
All right, so for those who are just tuning in and are probably wondering what the hell we're talking about, every Tuesday night, I was talking to Rob earlier. Zach and
I'm not Rob.
I know. I wish you were. No.
Wow. Okay.
No. Luffy and I. Seriously.
It's Luffy.
Luffy. It's a dog name.
What?
Come here, Luffy. What we do is Zach and I we talk about the books coming out this week. We take 5 books from our pull list, and basically we figure out by Thursday night if those books that are our top 5 are basically going to be the best books of the week. So tonight we're basically choosing what we are most excited to read, what we think are going to be the best, personally. And every week it changes because there's a lot of new books coming out, and sometimes books get canceled. So,
will Gun Honey finally make it to the stands this week? After 2 weeks of being postponed, will it finally make it?
It's like Batgirl. I just want to read it. No.
For different reasons, though.
Yes. Well, I mean, with Gun Honey, you kind of just look at the pictures. You don't need to read it.
That's true.
Yes.
There were words in Gun Honey? I wasn't looking for words.
Yes, there was a words exchanged.
Gotcha.
A lot of Bendis dialogue. Just kidding.
Yikes.
In a book like that, I probably wouldn't care.
In a book like that, I would. All the words would cover up all the pictures. That's like the one book you don't. This is the one book you don't want Bendis. I mean, there's lots of books I don't want.
It's like every time there's smoke, it always covers everything. There's smoke covering. I was like, "Are you really?"
Yeah, right. I hate it when they do that.
Yes.
I think they're being so clever with their censorship.
I'll start showing. We'll get going here.
All right, and before we start, we'll say hi to Tahilum in the chat, and Miranya's in the chat. Miranya wants to go. She's saying, "Get on the road. Get the show on the road."
Really?
Yeah.
Fine.
She's ready to go, man. Jeez.
Cricket, get the bags.
Cricket, get the bags. Yes, from Mulan. That's a Mulan reference.
Oh, okay. I never watched it.
What? That's one of the best Eddie Murphy movies.
You said about Shrek.
Shrek 2.
So Mulan's better than Shrek 2?
Mulan is better than Shrek 1 as far as Eddie Murphy goes.
Okay.
But Dr. Dolittle is still like Dr. Dolittle 1 and 2 are also up there.
I'd rather watch 48 Hours.
Wow. Dang. Okay.
Well, yeah, it's Eddie Murphy.
48 Hours? Why am I thinking of James Franco? No, that's 127 Hours. Never mind. That's a different movie.
That's a different movie.
That's a whole different movie. Eddie Murphy cutting off his arm in a canyon.
And having to drink his own pee.
Oh, God.
Is that what you're doing right now with that bottle?
No,
Okay.
no.
All right. I don't.
Now
I
I'm
won't.
just thinking of Eddie Murphy movies.
I'm just not gonna judge you out loud. Okay. All right.
Okay, don't judge me.
Let's talk about the books here. So I'm gonna
Let's
go.
go.
I'm gonna go first this week.
Okay, I was about to say, are you gonna go first, or is it? Yeah,
I might as well.
go for it.
And yeah, since you know, you scroll down a little bit here.
I'm wondering how many times are we gonna have the same book this week?
And since we were talking about this already, I love hard case crime books. I mean, the fact that this book actually has Ed Brubaker basically saying, this is the finest kind of pulp noir. Anything from Ed Brubaker giving a praise to means it's a worthy read. That being said, some of you could say, look, well, just because he's a great writer doesn't mean that he likes, the books that he likes are good. Well, I mean, the guy is inspired somehow. And like I say, this is so for those who are wondering what this book is about,
it's good stuff. That's what it's about. It's good stuff.
I might freeze in a second. Hold on.
Make sure that the cover's on the screen, not just you.
Anyway, so this book it's basically about a weapons expert. Basically, her whole point is that she basically plants guns for people. They pay her money, she plants a gun, whatever they use it, no questions asked, and she basically lets them get away. Now somebody's going around and basically framing her for murder. And so that being said, now she has to go and take on that person, and she's with the help of the guy from the first book. Yeah, she's basically trying to track down the killer. So as we go through here, there's a lot of risque covers here.
Ooh la la! It's like a James Bond opening. Good lord.
But the main cover I have up here, this is the one I'm getting. This is Derek Chu.
That's not bad.
Derek Chu
that's the one you're getting?
Yeah, Derek Chu is one of my favorite cyberpunk kind of like futuristic
okay.
Like writer or artist, I'm not sure if he's worked on any cyberpunk actual like comic books, but his covers are always good. Yeah, so basically the second issue. I'm looking forward to this. Obviously it's been pushed back. This is like the third week now. Feels like it is. At least it is.
It's always on the upcoming list.
I'm shocked. I'm shocked it hasn't gotten moved. I actually had Pixel actually who created the thumb for me. Awesome guy. So I told him, if you're gonna do this for the thumbnail, don't put Gun Honey here. Put Gun Honey in the back of the thumbnail because we don't know if it's gonna be
false. You don't want false advertising. Get people's hopes up.
Right. So that is my number 5. So we'll go.
Nice.
Can I move, or is this your book too?
No, that is not my book. Actually, as much as I love the first volume of Gun Honey, the second volume is not on my list. I am still a married man, and there are some things I will not have in the house because I don't want to get in trouble. But I just read them online. Anyway, my number 5 book is actually League of Comic Geeks' number 1 book, Batman number 128 by Chip Zdarsky. And yeah, I am a brand new Batman fan. Known about the character forever, but just now started pulling this book because of Zdarsky. And it has been a wild ride. I'm actually really looking forward to this issue based off the cliffhanger we got in the previous one. Batman 120, what was it, 127, I guess?
Yeah, it's continuing the whole Tower of Babel story.
It's the whole failsafe thing. Yeah, Batman has been fighting failsafe. That fight's been going on for 3 issues. This is a very action-packed series. So really, really lots of fun to read, lots of action. Not so much on the detective stuff, but that's okay. That's why we have Detective Comics. Yeah, the last issue ended really, really well. I'm really looking forward to seeing how his reinforcements handle, the failsafe robot. Because Batman was just about to get done in by this robot, and then reinforcements showed up to save the day. I'm really kind of excited to see how Zdarsky, how he does it. Because he has written some cool team stuff before. He did have a Justice League miniseries last year It might have been early this year. He did pretty good on it, so I'm curious to see if he brings that same talent to this.
Zdarsky, I'll just say this: Zdarsky does do this both stories. There's a backup story, and the backup story does explain this character.
Oh, it's not a. Okay. I was gonna say it's not another Selena Kyle.
Nope.
Backstory. Okay.
It talks more about Failsafe.
Oh, nice. So. Okay, cool. Yeah, because Failsafe. The reason Failsafe does come about is it's if you've read the Great Tower of Babel story by Grant Morrison, where Batman has weaknesses on every other Justice League member, the Failsafe is essentially Batman's way, I guess, to keep himself in check.
Yeah, so I gotta say,
from going overboard. That's a really sweet cover, though.
That's Batman's skull. The mask.
That's morbid. It kind of looks like Ultron a little bit, but with bat ears at the top. It's like Ultron if Ultron wanted to be.
You know what it reminds you of? Like a updated version, of Ultron and the James Gordon Batman.
Oh, I forgot about the James Gordon Batman. That thing looked like a rabbit, like a bunny mech or something. I remember that one though. Yeah, that was crazy.
I'm so glad I wasn't reading Batman comics then.
Wait, Tower of Babel was Mark Waid? I thought it was Morrison. I know it was during the Morrison JLA, like they call it the Morrison era.
But either way, Zdarsky's doing a callback to this.
Yeah, it's a callback. So my apologies. I meant, obviously I meant Mark Waid instead.
Obviously, though, the story
still a great story though. Still a fantastic story.
A minor spoiler. So, Batman basically created this robot in order, and it's basically basically take him down, and he basically knows that the League would try to help him, so it's basically programmed to basically to go against the League as well.
Yep.
But
it's been fantastic. Jorge Jimenez's art is dynamite in this book. Like, it is fantastic. Last issue was amazing. So yeah, really, really eager to see how he does this issue.
Are you getting the 150 Jacques foil card?
No, probably not. I'm probably just gonna stick with the cover A. I don't normally go crazy with the variant covers. The cover A one looks pretty cool. I do like the Ultron one. I call it the Ultron one.
Well, I like this one because Jacques actually draws a more bulkier. It's more like
he's more like Frank Miller,
Frank Miller Batman.
Yeah.
And I just prefer that way. I mean,
I hear you. It's very Batfleck. I do like the New York City Comic Con. Whoa, what happened to you?
I don't know what happened there, but all of a sudden my internet just like very
Yeah, that one. I do like that one.
There it goes.
Tiago da Silva. That one's pretty sweet.
All right.
So there's a few different covers. I'll look around. I'll see what my LCS has.
The Ryan Sook cover.
That one is pretty cool. That one's got some.
I gotta still say though, the only problem with having this cover in here is that as much as I'm loving Failsafe, I want a Clayface story.
You know what? I think it is time to bring Clayface back. Well, because he was wasn't he trying to turn good for a minute?
Yeah, but look at this. So he's got skulls in his body.
That is fantastic.
I want that story. Where is this story?
Awesome. He's got like the rows of teeth. It's like a shark. That's awesome. Yeah, no, I think it's time to have a good, crazy killer Clayface story. That would be
dynamite. I don't want him defeated within one issue. I want or like a panel or two. I want it to be like the whole entire issue.
I want a multi-issue story. I want a Failsafe, multi-issue type deal. But anyway,
an army of Clayfaces.
I like that.
The Clayface War.
But yes, no, let's not call it that. But yeah, Batman 128. That is my number 5 pick for this week.
All right, and then since it's your pick of the week for 5, it's my number 4.
Your number 4. Fantastic Four.
I gotta say, this book has been actually better than what Zdarsky's doing with Daredevil, and as much as I like Zdarsky's original run on Daredevil, his second run is weak.
It's only been 3 issues.
I'm saying it's. I feel like like Daredevil's out of prison, but it feels like it's just not exciting. This is just off the rails, just great fun here. You you got an unstoppable foe. You got Batman basically breaking almost bone in every bone in his body, doing whatever he can to basically take down this robot that he designed and knows his every single move and knows how to take out everything else because he basically programmed to be him, to take down him. Because that's the only person who can take down Batman is Batman, apparently.
Pretty much.
Even though we were told in the Tower of Babel that it's supposed to be the League is there to stop him, but if he knows how to take them down, why would he trust the League to take him down? That's why I was problem with the Tower of Babel. I was like, the dude had plans to take down every single member of the Justice League. So, anyway, so I gotta say that I was like, I love having all the side characters in this. I love having the Justice League appear in this issue.
Spoilers.
Well, no, you scroll down and it shows them.
I didn't want to look. I didn't want to spoil it. I did see them though.
Yes. James Gordon story is in the second story.
Gordon. Okay.
As Detective Gordon. But I gotta say, like, I just love everything that's going on with this. I mean, as we left the cliffhanger, Superman basically arrives, and it's Superman versus like this robot, the ultimate showdown, you know. And like I said, like you got Green Arrow, Dinah Lance, and just like everything popping up in here. Nightwing has been good. The whole Oracle. It, like I said, I was looking at the issue for next week, and holy crap! I'm just saying it looks great. What is the Tower of Babel? Yes.
Yeah. What is Babel? I've never heard it pronounced Babel in my life.
I've heard it pronounced Babel in church.
I've always heard it pronounced Babel.
Babel and Babel. I've heard it both ways at church. Doesn't make a difference. You understand the whole meaning of it, though.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I know.
But it's cool. I love that Zdarsky's actually taking a story like that, like basically like pulling back from the past and actually adding on to it.
Yeah.
Because like I pointed out before, the Tower of Babel story, the only fault was that is like, as he says at the end, he's like, oh, because and Superman's like, well, what happens if you go wrong? He's like, I got all of you. I'm like, obviously they're not enough. And he shows it here. Like Zdarsky's like, yeah, that's the flaw. It's freaking Batman. He had a plan to take out every single one of you if he had to. So he's capitalizing that. And I guess Zdarsky's going to be on here for the next year or two.
At least a year.
He signed a contract.
Are they? Yeah, it's got to be at least 1 year. Probably two.
So, man, right out of the gates, Zdarsky is kicking ass on Batman versus Ram V. Ram V is kind of like moving the snail's pace.
But the thing is, and I don't want to take up a whole bunch of time. It's two different stories, though. It's like comparing apples and oranges.
Well, I'm just saying the style difference. You can just drastically get a difference. That's
definitely.
If I'm doing any Batman book right now, currently, it's the main Batman book. Well, Detective Comics is kind of like, all right, I guess it's kind of a mystery. We'll figure it out. But I was gonna say last week's Detective Comics though, with him jumping out of the window. And after beating up the guy, he has the mask on. He just kind of looks up. That was kind of cool. He has his moments, but so basically, Detective Comics is detective work. It's slow, it's tedious. It's kind of boring sometimes.
Ram V is on detective.
Yes, and then Zdarsky's Batman is basically like what we want from Batman, just kicking ass.
Well, that's maybe what you want from Batman. I actually like some detective.
It's been a while since we've had Batman kick ass. It's basically been like Tom King on here or Tiny and letting people do stuff. So I was like, Batman being allowed to be Batman. Holy shit! Thank you very much.
I can get behind that. I can see what you're saying. If you want an action heavy story, you got Batman. If you want a slower burn detective story, you got Detective Comics. You get it's two different flavors.
And if you want Tim Drake not talking about Bernard or all that stuff in here, read this book because there's no mention of his sexuality whatsoever.
Yikes! You ever notice? Hey, did you notice that both characters, Tim Drake and Bobby Drake, both really straight characters that they retconned to be? It must be the last name.
That feels. Oh man, I want Drake from Josh and Drake. You better watch out.
Oh no!
No, but no. Like I said, you look at this whole entire cover right here. It just shows it like he's in the mansion. He hasn't been there for a while because DC decided, you know what? Remember back in the day when we took Batman and he had to leave the mansion, the manor. He lived in a little brownstone apartment. Like, let's do that again because that was cool.
Really.
So like I said, now the mansion's on fire and he's in there and just like the whole thing. when you bring in Superman into a story to basically help out Batman, like it's world's finest, bro. I get chills. Like I love that their connection, their friendship, And I gotta say, you have Unstoppable Robot versus the Man of Steel, who's pissed off. So,
Breen, I can't tell if you're being facetious or not. He says Frank Drank just broke up with Rachel Van Helsing. Oh boy. Well,
all right.
Learn from history.
So that was my number. So that's my number. That's my number 4.
Frank Drank is about to become Dracula's new lover. All right, my number 4. Let me get over here. Where's
as
my
long as he's
list?
frank with him about it.
All right, my number 4 from Donny Cates. We finally, after what feels like months of waiting, we finally get Hulk number 9. Is on that top row.
Oh, was it really?
Yeah, I think it's like the third.
That's why I don't recognize the cover because it's anybody but the Hulk.
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
cover. I hate that.
It's this new villain person, Monolith, I think. But
it's an alternate Betty Ross.
Nah, I don't think so. I'd be really disappointed if it was. But yes, finally, Donny Cates woke up from his nap that he's been taking. We finally this is the start of a new story arc with the Hulk. We just had the big Hulk Thor crossover battle royale, which was a blast to read. And so now Hulk is going off into outer space. He's, fight with Thor is done. He's going to just go somewhere and be left alone. So, he's going off into the deep reaches of space just by himself. And there's this new villainess queen, I guess, that he's going to be running into. Art by Ryan Otley, who does fantastic work on The Incredible Hulk. He has done every issue he's drawn. Donny Cates, I've actually been liking his run so far. I like this idea of how he has Bruce inside the mind operating the Hulk as if it's a starship. I think it's a really creative idea. He's Captain Kirking it, pretty much. Just really cool idea. And, I'm glad that we finally get another issue because, like I said, he's kind of been AFK for a while. We just had the most recent Thor issue just came out like a week or two ago.
And this is the issue after the whole epic thing with the crossover with Thor, and Iron Man. I'm wondering, will the excitement drop down, or will he keep it going up, more and more excitement? Because now he's going to be looking, apparently, the description, he's going to be looking more into the monolith.
Yeah. Well, it says the new story is called Hulk. The new story is called Hulk Planet instead of Planet Hulk. So
yes,
I'm hoping he doesn't rip too much off of the Planet Hulk story. I know that is a really big, a really well-known Hulk story. But
hate to nitpick that original main cover is crap. This is cover I'm getting. This should be your main cover. That awesome.
One is pretty sweet. That is pretty sweet.
Why isn't that if I see the other one, I'm be like, oh, where the hell's Hulk? Like I just was.
Well, that's also a 1 in 25. I typically don't. I like the Predator one too. Actually, the Predator cover is pretty sweet.
Dude, when it's your 1 in 25, this is your main cover right here.
Yeah,
that's your main cover. That is crap. That has nothing to do with the Hulk's here. Okay, apparently Hulk's in this book. Okay, why is he on the main cover? That's like having a Spider-Man book with no Spider-Man on the cover.
The Miracle Man cover.
These are your variants. Cool. Like there's a Predator variant. Why is there a Predator variant?
Because Marvel has a Predator series getting ready to come out.
So, right, is he gonna go against Predator?
No, but that's just the variant they have across all the books. They had a Fantastic Four Predator. I think they had
a Miracle Man thing. It's like okay, but like I mean, like the best cover that actually has Hulk on there. Without going, this is like Capcom basically. But
it does kind of have a Capcom look to it.
But like I said, this should be your 1 in 25. They know it's a better cover, so they make you pay more for it.
There you go.
We'll give you shit covers, so you pay more for the good cover. Where I'm a person like I want to. Why can't you give them the good cover and the actual the good story? Marvel, you used to do that because you knew that's what drew people in. If somebody saw as the shop didn't want to buy too much money or spend too much money on these books to get the 1 in 25, so only got so many books. and then you're stuck with that cover. And he's like, well, fuck, nobody bought the Hulk because they didn't know where Hulk was. You know what? Fuck. There you go. There's 3 more. Gonna count me. It's like
somebody's salty today, and it's not me.
quiet and drink your beer.
It's not. It's apple ale. It's Reds. It's Reds. I looked for Angry Orchard, but all they had was Reds.
Oh no!
Angry Orchard is the better one, I think. But
hey,
wait, what? What does Rawhide Kid have to do with my apples? What are you talking about?
Rawhide Kid drinks those feminine drinks.
It's not a feminine drink. Those are Smirnoffs. Okay, they're still tasty.
Okay. All right, Beeb.
All right, this is my number 4.
Eat your snacks and drink your apple juice.
I am. It is pretty much just warm. It does just kind of taste like warm apple juice after a while.
All right, my number 3 is actually Dark Crisis number 5. The Return of the Justice League. Shocking, right? They're not dead. Look at this. This is almost like Kingdom Come, basically Superman here.
Yeah. So I do like that cover. That's pretty sweet. It's like all the different variants of the Justice League.
Yep. I guess there only is one cover.
No, there's not just one cover because the one I'm getting is very different.
Well, they're not loading. That's there you
go. Womp. Yeah, you got a full cat. Wow, you got a Mazo in there. That's awesome.
Yeah. So anyway, before I freeze,
hey, Beast Boy. Who's Beast Boy? I thought his name was Changeling.
All right. So before I freeze, because for whatever reason this site wants to run slow for me when I'm sharing it on Chrome. This series has actually been holding up well. Josh Williamson has been doing a great job on here. I believe who's in the art again? I can't scroll up.
Who is the artist on that? I know his name. It's on the tip of my tongue. It's Daniel Sampier.
All right.
Did you freeze? No,
I'm still here.
Daniel Sampier. Yeah, he's been the artist, the cover artist. I think he's even done some variants as well for the.
Yes. So for whatever reason, I can't. Doesn't want to show at the bottom. There it goes. Okay, cool. Now, did you see there's trading card variants though? Do you see these variants?
That's weird. Like, what are you supposed to do? Like, you cut the cover up? Like,
yeah.
I don't know if I like that idea. I mean, I don't like that idea anyway. But then I especially don't like that you cut it up and you get trading cards of John Kent, Yara Flor, and Jace Fox. Like, if I'm going to cut it up for anybody, it's got to be like
the JSA,
the OGs. You know,
the Green Lantern ones here. The one I'm gonna
Deathstroke, Legion of Doom. The JSA one's nice, but yeah. No, I don't like the idea of cutting up a comic book cover though.
Hey, what's up, Empy?
Unless they were like they were like re-releasing numbers 1 through like issue numbers 1 through 4, but with trading, so you could buy them. But if you'd already got the story, then you could just cut the covers up, and that might be a way to generate some more sales. But I don't know.
Wow, they pushed Robin all the way to the very back of this.
Who?
Robin. Damian Wayne, the only Robin.
Oh yeah.
Tim Drake's in.
There's no John Kent on that cover either. Isn't he supposed to be the leader of this little ragtag team?
This is the variant cover. So I don't know. Is this?
I know, but this is the team that John Kent put together? The one that Black Adam was like, "You're all gonna die."
Is there a connecting cover at all for this? Like the next issue, like could they connect?
I don't think so.
I wonder if they do.
Not from what I'm seeing. No.
Identity Crisis.
There's a Dwayne Johnson cover next issue.
Yeah. So. And like there's multiple covers, of this, but overall story, you're getting the JSA, you're getting all the heroes versus all the villains. Everybody talks about Marvel Civil War, where you had all the heroes going versus heroes.
Yeah.
This is like everybody. This is like heroes versus villains. And it's kind of cool. You have the old, the new, or the old, current, and then the future, heroes, versus basically all the villains. And with Pariah and stuff. But like I said, I'm enjoying the series. Josh Williamson improving once again that he's actually the only thing good in DC other than Zdarsky, Graham V, and Jeremy Adams.
Okay.
Currently, there's not really many other writers outside of that I can think of. But
Jeff Johns is coming back.
Did dip his toe in and leave again?
He's writing like 3 books, 4 books actually. I think.
Is he really?
I think he is. Yeah.
Oh. There's also I forgot to mention. There's a character in here. I forget what his name is. He's created by Dan Didio's character. He's the one that can basically travel through dimensions.
Is it Sideways?
Sideways. That's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you listed here?
No, but I remember hearing somebody was talking about him on Twitter. Why is he so important? Dan Didio created him?
Dan Didio apparently created him, and this character's people were
why
commenting.
do we care?
People were commenting he's like the strongest character like in the DC universe because he can go through like different reality stuff and dimension stuff.
Okay, if Didio's character Sideways is the strongest, I want to see a series where Didio's character Sideways goes against Bendis's character Naomi.
People, I was looking at reviews of this. People are saying like, well, he's in it, but he doesn't get a big role. He's just kind of there in the background. And it's like you're like he should have a bigger role. And I looked it up. I'm like, who the hell is Sideways? And it's Dan Didio created him 2018. I was like, oh, okay, all right, it makes sense now. It's like, ugh.
We need to have. I want a Sideways versus Naomi battle royale miniseries, like 2 character created comic creator characters. They both say they're the strongest, but only one can live.
Naomi would win.
You say
or they get together and have kids. Who knows?
No, it's fight to the death. Only one can live. Sideways or Naomi.
Fight to the death. They both kill each other. Win-win.
Oh, hey, there you go.
There you go. Anyway, so like I said, if you're into having basically all the heroes versus all the villains, kind of like basically every big event you've ever had, like Marvel Secret Wars, you had all the villains versus the heroes, or for the most part. Excuse me, Gary Whittle, Megan Fitzmartin. Hey, you remember the last name? Because I don't ever know.
You never remember her last name.
T. Franklin, Vita Elia. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry though. I forgot to mention those horrible people, but who basically just want to butcher everything that people like. They're thieves of joy. That's what.
And Tom King. He didn't mention Tom King. That's interesting.
Well, I mean, I'm not reading Human Target. Are you still reading that?
Oh God, no! I stopped that months ago.
All right, so we're going.
It's like stubbing your toe in a door frame over and over on purpose. It's like, what's the point?
All right, so that was my number 3.
All right. My number 3, we're going to go back to Marvel here because we have Captain America and his mighty shield, Sentinel of Liberty. This is issue number 5, guys. And if you are not, this is the Captain America book, not greatest of all time, of course.
Before Secret Empire.
Before Secret Empire was Ta-Nehisi Coates, wasn't it?
No,
that was after.
Yeah. I forgot who wrote before.
Brubaker had the best Captain America. I think that's pretty universally understood. But this series right here by Jackson Lansing, Colin Kelly, Carmen Canero doing the art. That art is really, really good. I want Carmen Canelo to be on more books. Canero. What'd I say? Carreno? Canella. Carmela, whatever. She does really good art. This is the point I'm trying to get across. This has been a really excuse me. Sorry guys. This has been a really good series so far. This is issue number 5. This story has been going pretty well. Last issue felt a little weird in spots. It did feel like they were maybe trying to put some politics in there, but I believe the way I read through it, Steve Rogers was still staying pretty much true to character, not bashing one side or the other. There were other side characters that you could clearly tell, they were being mouthpieces for personal politics. But Steve, I think, has continued to be written well in this series. So this is issue number 5, and they're continuing their fight against the Outer Circle, which is this new cabal of bad guys, kind of Illuminati-esque. that Steve and Bucky are going up against. So yeah, not really sure where it's going to go from here. I think it's been established that Bucky was like an assassin, or he used to be a soldier for the Outer
Hydra.
Circle.
Oh yeah. Well,
I mean, of course, he was Winter
Hydra
Soldier
controls
for
everything.
them.
Yeah.
But
Well,
yeah, I think it came out last issue that he was part of that, involved him working for the
so in
Outer
a
Circle.
way, this is kind of a retcon, wouldn't you say? Because remember the Ladies of Liberty, Ta-Nehisi Coates, were saying like we made sure that Steve could be Captain America. We're the controlling power. When it turns out they weren't. It was this order.
Maybe I don't know. I didn't read the
The Outer
Ta-Nehisi Coates
Circle,
run.
yes.
But I do like this cover a lot because it's got like all the different things with Bucky. They show like his mask from when he was like in World War II, and then they show his Captain America costume. There's old Steve. I do like that cover a lot. It's pretty sweet. But yeah, I've been digging it a lot. I think it's great to have a Captain America book where you don't feel like he's attacking you for your beliefs really. So it's been a lot of fun so far. I hope that this is an ongoing and not just like a 12-issue series that they cancel. But yeah, this is my number 3.
All right. Got it here. Go to my number 2 then. My number 2. Is Ended Quinn here though?
He just got here, I think. He says the Rainbow Coalition are the most talented, responding to Eric Breen's talking about all the DC writers that we don't like.
All right.
And then Austin P started singing the Captain America theme song.
Oh, I was just wondering if he actually had his countdown. Usually he has his little count with us.
He does, yeah. Undead Quinn. Be sure to let us know what you're getting this week.
All right, my number 2 is a book. Unfortunately, Action Comics isn't watching tonight.
Bum, bum, ba-dum. I know he's not here to harangue me and
harangue you.
For not getting any indie books. He hasn't been like saying Zach doesn't read indies.
My number 2 is Junkyard Joe. Number 1.
Hey, yeah, there's an indie book
with the go-go checks, Mr. Green. Go-go checks. Gary Frank doing the art and the cover. And Jeff Johns been writing, man. Part of the Geigerverse. What can I say more than I'm just really excited about this? I do love. I like Geiger, and Junkyard Joe was introduced in Geiger, and I'm just curious to see as they build this universe with more heroes, more people they're gonna bring in, just to see how Jeff Johns comic book verse is more exciting than a DC Comics book verse right now. That's sad. I want to have them both be equally as great, because they're both great writers. DC Comics, I love all the heroes. Marvel, I love all the heroes. Back in their peak, the 80s, and was for Marvel and DC. For me personally, even though some people prefer the 70s as far as for more Marvel and stuff. But I'm excited to see Jeff Johns, who's basically proven that he can take characters and just create awesome stories. Right now, he created Stargirl. It's got an awesome show, which he's actually handed. That's why it's so great on CW right now. So Junkyard Joe is a soldier that basically, from what I'm understanding, is that he got his mind put into a robotic body.
Interesting.
That's my theory. I'm not sure.
It's a theory.
Yeah. But it says
that sounds an awful lot like Robot Man.
Really RoboCop, right? By a critically acclaimed team of Jeff Johns, Gary Frank, and Brad Anderson. Throughout history, unlikely and strange heroes have risen and fallen. Their identities and lives are secret. But for the great evil to be stopped, their stories must be told. They are the unnamed fighting the unknown war. From the explosive pages of Geiger comes Junkyard Joe. The world knows him as a comic book strip by cartoonist Muddy Davis, but truth stretches back to Vietnam War. This is their story of sacrifice and brotherhood. Now, they know him as a comic book strip. This is funny because Ash and I have been talking over on his channel. It's right. He has a channel. It's called Action Comics. We're talking about The Boys, and The Boys are everybody knows, the public knows about these heroes by the comic books that are based. They basically write off based off of them, or it's not exactly like them, but they. So interesting to see when you say like like a hero like this, people only know him as a comic book character, but he's actually a real person. I always kind of like those stories, like the myths and legends kind of stuff. And I'm curious to see where this is going to go. Yeah, so we got some more covers in here. It's kind of cool. Kind of a cartoonish one.
Oh, yeah, that's neat.
And there's one right here. It's by Andrea Muti or Andrew.
Mm-hmm. I don't like the action figure one.
Jerry Ordway.
Yeah, Marvel does that every so often. They'll do those action figure variants.
It looks like G.I. Joe.
Yeah, but I don't know, something about it. I just don't dig it too much. Can't say why.
But I was surprised. I was like, it's Jerry Ordway.
Yeah, no, they got Jerry Ordway to come in here and do a cover. That's pretty awesome.
Here's another one.
The Junkyard Dogs.
Yep,
I like that. That's got kind of a Sergeant Rock vibe to it. I dig it.
Yep. A Who's Who. Yeah, then of course we got the black and whites of each one. But I gotta say though, I kind of like this. So this is kind of cool. It gives you an introduction to everybody is here.
The black and whites, I believe, I could be mistaken. I heard someone say this. I think with the black and whites, for every sale that they do with the black and white variants, I think a portion of the proceeds go towards like a veterans charity. I believe. Yeah. I could be mistaken, but I don't think I am.
So that being said, like I said, I'm excited to see where it goes. I don't. All I know is it's barely his origin story. If there's anything like Geiger was great.
Yeah.
So that's why it's my number 2 because there's another book on my list that's a little bit better. I'm more excited for. I'm going based off what I'm more excited for right now. And I gotta say, as much as I'm excited for Junkyard Joe, there's one more on my list that I'm a little more excited for. So, all right, I guess Undead Quinn's only got 2 books.
He says he's only getting 2 books this week. He's got a light week this week.
His number 2 is Poison Ivy. Number 5.
Nice.
All right, let's go to your number 2.
My number 2, I'm kind of revisiting a book that Vinkman brought up a little while back. It is Dark Crisis on Infinite Earths, because apparently that's part of the title now. I just liked it when it was called Dark Crisis. But I'm actually going to be getting the Identity Crisis variant. I loved Identity Crisis. It was one of the first big stories. I think it was the first Crisis story I ever read from DC. Of course, I wasn't super connected to some of the characters that were really involved, so it didn't really hit me as hard, and I didn't dislike it like some people do.
Is he crying?
Maybe it's Superman. He would cry at a funeral, sure. I also like the lineup of the Justice League they have featured on there as well. But yeah, no, Dark Crisis has been when this event was starting back in June. I think it was June. I was not looking forward to it. I thought it was going to be terrible. I thought it was going to be, okay, we're going to bring in all the new guys that I don't really care for most of them, and they're going to replace the old Justice League that they had said were going to be dead for years to come, which was kind of a load of crock from what I'm understanding now. But yeah, the past several issues especially have been really good. We've got the JSA reemerging, my favorite DC super team. We're getting some really cool material and stuff with like the Legion of Doom is showing up again. We're getting just a bunch of cool stuff. Yes, there are still some scenes with some of the newer characters, like John Kent still kind of just annoys me whenever he pops up on a panel. Yeah, I would rather read Harley Quinn than John Kent at this point. Sorry, guys. But it has still been a really enjoyable read. We had last issue, we had Hal Jordan and Barry Allen teaming up and seeing them on panel together for the first time in a while. Kyle Rayner, other Green Lanterns have shown up. It hasn't been, just the new ones that have been featured prominently, like Teen Lantern or Joe Milan, whatever. We've seen characters like Kyle and Hal, and I don't think Guy has showed up yet, or John. John is off in a bubble somewhere with the rest of the Justice League.
Yes.
But yeah, it's been a good story so far. I've been liking it. I'm still waiting to see what happens with Beast Boy. Yes, Beast Boy, because he got shot in the head kind of at the end of Dark Crisis #1. But yeah, I've been enjoying it. Joshua Williamson, like I said, I think he is one. I agree with you, Vinkman. I think he is one of the best writers. I mean, even going back to his work on Flash, then he did Robin. He was writing for Deathstroke. Now he's not on that anymore. Anything that I've read from him, I think I've had a good impression of all of it. I've enjoyed just about all of it.
He has an understanding of the characters, and he actually takes the time to actually put effort into the stories.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Instead of just portraying the characters for his own virtuous purposes.
Yeah,
which we see with Megan Fitzmartin.
His Robin run was his Robin.
Hey,
run,
remember the name? Holy shit!
I'm sorry that his Robin run is at an end because he was writing Damian Wayne. I think really well. He was doing some great stuff with the character.
I am not touching that Tim Drake Robin book right now.
No. I'm talking about the Damian Wayne Robin.
No, I know Damian Wayne Robin. Great.
Yeah.
Tim Drake Robin, unless it's in Zdarsky's Batman, don't touch it.
Or Titans United. There's the Titans United.
And there's there at Telem. Said he basically dropped the Deathstroke run after Jet Wilson left because I
can understand that. Is it Ed Brisson? I think
Ed Brisson, and it's bad.
It's gone. Didn't they do like a Deathstroke year 1 thing? I thought that's what they were doing with it. I'm tired of the whole year 1 thing everywhere. But yeah. Anyway, no, this is my number 2. The art has been fantastic. The panels are great to look at and just stare at. They're just a lot of fun. So DC, Dark Crisis number 5.
That's the problem with DC. They're nothing like they were in post crisis after Byrne left Superman title when took over after him. Basically, like kept the same like enthusiastic approach to the character. So that's my problem when you have big names go on a book and they leave after like 7 or 8 type issues, and they're like, oh, then you see, and they lead to see how the character quality just goes.
Yeah, right. That is a bummer for sure.
Everyone needs a year 1 story. I want Eric Breen year 1.
Nope. Year 1, that fad should have been born and died with Batman.
If you want to learn more about how they've ruined Tim Drake, go check out Old Man Comics. There's a video on there about Robin that was recently uploaded.
Or if you're tired of hearing about Robin, like me, just go read a comic book. If I never hear Tim Drake's name again, it'll be.
Or read
soon.
the better Robin. Read Robin Hood or Xenoscope.
Touché.
All right. So since we're talking about Dark Crisis here, there is actually a book out by Ram V. It's not on my list, but I want to point out.
Oh, I was about to say that's your number 1.
No, but it is a book that you should read before you read the Dark Crisis.
Oh, does it lead up to number 5?
Because it ties into it, and it's actually one of the only good tie-in there is.
I think you just skipped it.
Did I?
Was it the
yeah. Deadly Green. It's by Ram V of all people, and it's Daniel Waters
and Joshua Williamson.
Yeah, Josh Williamson. Right. Hey, check it out. Read it. I would recommend getting this. Explains, and you have other characters here. So basically, during the original Crisis on Infinite, Swamp Thing encountered and formed a truce with the Great Darkness, but this ancient force has been awakened by Pariah. And now it's basically its influence has fell across the multiverse. And the Avatar of the Green must work together with new allies to investigate how it spread and why it would work with Pariah. If they want to stop the Great Darkness from swallowing the Green, they need some extra help. Enter Swamp Thing. Ram V Swamp Thing. This is a one shot. It's a $6 book, 48 pages. And you're like, wait, $6 from DC? Well, it's actually Joshua Williamson. You're getting Ram V and Dan Waters on it.
That's a lot of quality talent right there.
Yep. And like I said, it's got Dr. Fate. It's got Jade, the JSA.
Nice.
John Kent's in here. John Kent is actually written decently here. Because remember, he's not being written by Tom Taylor.
Hey.
Alan Scott's in there.
Yeah.
Lucifer, Morningstar's in here too. Obsidian, John Constantine, or Constantine, if you're British. Yeah. Raven's in here.
So is your dad, Trigon. Really?
The Upside Down Man as well. And Trigon, yes.
Trigon, that's kind of cool. Actually, I dig Trigon as a villain. I take Trigon over Mephisto any day.
Look at that variant.
That is cool. I like that.
You know, and then here's the other one here.
Looks like Wonder Woman is about to... Oh, is that Maxwell Lord?
Yes.
Okay. I was
Remember
about to say
Crisis?
why.
Yeah, Jason Todd.
Jason Todd, and then Superman with Supergirl. Ah, I like that. That's cool.
Yep.
That's pretty neat. Okay.
That's a 1 in 25 by Steve Beach. That's a full variant.
Pretty cool cover. Okay. I dig it.
So
I know Skipintosh, who sometimes joins us. I know he's a big fan of Ram V's Swamp Thing.
like I said, for one shot here, you're getting some cool characters in here, and it's getting written by good writers.
Yeah.
So I will check it out. Or if you want, you can skip it too. They kind of like they give you like they come in. It says like if you want to read more about this, they actually tell you in the Dark Crisis book. Check out this book. But if you really want to get the full story and you don't want to read any horrible bad tie-ins, this actually is important. So I just added another book to your list. I'm sorry.
You might have. You might have, sir. Dang it.
Hey, I got a back Ram V. He's a good writer.
No, I agree.
All right. So did anybody else see him drop his number? Okay, he's number 2, but
no.
All right, so
not yet. No.
All right, before I go my number 1, I'm gonna drop my 5 through 2. Oh, Gone Eddie, number 2 was my number 5. Batman 128 was my number 4. Dark Crisis number 5 is my number 3. Number 2 was Junkyard Joe, and my number 1 book of this week. I'm really excited to read because I've just been loving these like retro stuff. And I scroll down, is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Saturday Morning Adventures with Eric Burnham.
That's kind of like what G.I. Joe did for a minute. They were doing like the Saturday Morning Adventures.
Eric Burnham, and there's even is basically the reason I like this character, the writer, because he wrote the Ghostbusters for IDW.
Mm-hmm.
Even the Godzilla stuff. There's a cover B by Eastman. Look at these covers, man.
Heroes in a Half Shell.
I just love all this.
That's pretty sweet.
Cover C. I just love the cartoon version. Like, this is what I grew up with as a child, so it's like nostalgia, like crazy.
Yeah, definitely.
Look, this one's got cake. You can get this one, bro.
Nope. That should be a pizza. That should not be a cake. Whoever did that cover screwed up. That needs to be a pizza. Come on, you know it. You know it should be. Of course, if it was a pizza, you should have Mikey holding it.
It could be a pizza cake.
A pizza cake? Ugh.
So
that cover A though is pretty sweet. I like with all the bad guys in the background.
So basically, here's the synopsis for this. In 1987, the world at large was introduced to TMT by the way of a catchy theme song and action-packed cartoon. The cartoon's aesthetic returns in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Saturday Morning Adventures, featuring an all-new set of standalone stories. In this issue, after the unexpected power surge, the heroes of the Half Shell find themselves trapped in a training center. They're in the danger room.
Great. I'm sure there's an X-Men story that somebody read and they were like, hey, let's do this one with turtles.
Finding to free themselves from the digital clutches of some of their most fearsome foes, get ready for the VR in deep trouble. Try not to worry if that theme song is already stuck in your head.
Okay, that's a good title for a story. VR in deep trouble. That's good. Okay, you know what? I may buy this just because the title of that story.
I'm just saying, man. Of all the Saturday morning cartoons, this is like the one I used to watch too, along with Transformers and stuff. This nostalgia. I love this version of Turtles. I know other people would disagree. They're like, "Oh, I love the serious Turtles original." And then they dumbed it down for kids. I was like, no, they actually made it better for kids and better for adults as well. But I gotta say though, like, I'm excited for this, and then I just want to go play the, get the VHS out, go on the old Toshiba TV, and start watching
get the fuzzy gray lines that come across whenever you start up the VCR.
Get the tracking remote and the tracking and just kind of tune it in a little bit as the tape kind of like goes. Like I said, this is fun. This is my childhood right here. Growing up in the 90s, I was watching it too. And then I did Gwen saying, I can't wait for the Gargoyle comics.
That's right, they are doing gargoyles.
Yes, but that's through Marvel, I believe.
I think so. It's Disney. Yeah. So yeah.
But IDW does a lot of stuff with Marvel too as well. They do the kids stuff.
That's true. Hang on.
So, but like I said, this is only because I'm a huge Ninja Turtles fan as far as that stuff, the kids go. So that's why I'm excited about this. I mean,
Dynamite's who's doing Gargoyles.
Wow. Who's writing it?
It is Greg Weisman. That name sounds
Greg
familiar.
Weisman, he's the one that wrote Young Justice, isn't it?
Young Justice, yeah, Young Justice Targets. He also did. He wrote Captain Atom back in like the 80s or the 90s.
Well, I hope Greg Weisman doesn't kill off any favorite characters.
He also wrote a few issues of Infinity Incorporated, Justice League of America. So he's written a few things. Young All Stars.
Austin P says, I just finished watching Gargoyles for the first time. I loved it, dude. 90s cartoons were great, just as well. I loved 80s cartoons.
Dude, Tailspin was legit. That was my Disney cartoons when I was a dude. Disney shows today have nothing on Disney cartoons from the 90s. They had Timon and Pumbaa and Aladdin.
I still say
Goof Troop.
TMNT was what? Yeah, Goof Troop was all right.
Goof Troop was pretty funny.
I'll say the movie was pretty good.
The movie was great. The Goofy movie.
Gummy Bears.
Bonkers. Gummy DuckTales.
DuckTales, Darkwing Duck, all the original Disney, ABC cartoons in the Saturday mornings in the early 90s.
Yep.
The real Ghostbusters, all that stuff. They actually put, and like I said, J. Michael Straczynski was writing a lot of the real Ghostbusters. That's probably the reason why I like it so much, because that guy is phenomenal at writing. Guy created Babylon 5, did all that stuff too. So hopefully other people are going to be buying this as well, because I want to see it going. My only problem is that I think back to when you were reading the G.I. Joe one. You didn't like that whole moral thing at the end.
Yeah, well, that's the difference. G.I. Joe, they did those like the more like now you know and knowing like those little PSA things. And so at the end of the battle, end of the first issue is like this kid getting angry or getting upset about something. He was about to go online and leave comments, and somebody was like, "Only bad people leave negative comments on the internet."
Well.
Thanks, Bazooka, or whatever the guy's name was.
To be true, that he is a kid. You shouldn't be on social media picking fights with people.
That's true, but I mean, he was also wearing a red hat, which maybe this is my tinfoil hat logic, but I was like, clearly they were looking at a certain demographic of customer.
I mean, 5 years ago, 5 or 6, 7 years ago, someone wearing a red hat would have made a difference.
Yeah,
because now it's wearing a red hat.
Nowadays, though, red hat is pretty synonymous with one way of thinking.
Sure.
But anyway, that was with G.I. Joe, though. I don't think they would do the same thing with the Turtles. At least I would hope not. No. So, that's awesome, though, man. This looks pretty good. I didn't even realize this was coming out.
Yeah, I saw this. I was going through. I was like, holy shit. I was going through, like, Batman, Gunman. I was like, holy crap.
And you were like, wait a second. This looks better than Gun Honey.
Zach is Cake and TMNT. Zach is the long lost ninja. Turtle is Zacatello.
As long as it's not Jenica.
That's the other thing too, because people are suffering with Jenica. There's no Jenica in this, and it has the creatures from the ooze here. It's got the guys. If you look on the left, the turtle and the monster from the werewolf from the Secret of the Ooze.
Yeah,
the TMNT movie.
Yeah, Bebop and Rocksteady and it just. Where's April O'Neil though? Where's Casey Jones?
Well, they're probably in. They're just not on the cover. That's all.
I know, but they deserve to be on the cover.
You got Shredder up there.
Shredder's pretty sweet.
Yes,
Shredder is pretty. Shredder makes Silver Samurai look like a little bitch.
He makes the great Parmesan, okay?
Shredder's armor is just made of cheese. Dude, that would hurt if you like.
I always thought that was hilarious.
Your arm against it.
Dude, I always thought that was hilarious because they call him Shredder because like remember the whole show was all about pizza. I'm like, oh, he's a Shredder. He like Shredders the mozzarella.
He shreds the cheese on the pizza.
He's the cook. And he got the rat. All right, so. That's my number one. Let's get a countdown from you, and then we'll get to number one.
Sure. All right. My countdown from number 5. It is Batman 128. Then number 4, we have the Hulk. Number 9, Welcome Back to the Land of the Living, Donny Cates. Coming in at number 3, we have Captain America, Sentinel of Liberty. That is issue number 5 as well. My number 2 book is Dark Crisis on Infinite Earths.
And number 1 is Junkyard Joe.
How did you know? I didn't show you my list. How did you know? It's just freaky.
Because Jeff Johns, bro.
It is Jeff Johns. That is true. It is also the Geiger verse. I do love the whole Geiger universe that Jeff Johns and Gary Frank have created. I thought it's really cool. It combines like Fallout, like the video game Fallout, with the superheroes or these superpowers. It is really, really cleverly done, I think. And the last time they gave us any kind of book, I think it was like an 80-page special at the beginning of the year. It was like little bits of all these different characters. So yeah, Junkyard Joe, I'm really excited to read this. I would like an ongoing. I would not like just a one shot, please.
Right?
It's been too long. I need more Geiger or that immortal British bounty hunter guy. There's just some really cool creative stuff that they have at works in this universe. And so Junkyard Joe, yeah, I think it's really cool that they're taking this character that used to be in like these little funny comic strips and they actually turned him into like this full-fledged living being part of this universe. I think that's really neat. That they got Jerry Ordway to come in to do a variant cover, even though I don't like the whole action figure fad with variants. I do think it's really cool. Jerry Ordway is a really phenomenal artist, I think. So, and yeah, Jeff Johns is writing this. I mean, he's a fantastic writer. I think he's the best that DC has had post John Byrne, probably. I'm sure that there's some other great writers in there, but Jeff Johns, he's written most most of the titles I've read from him have been outstanding. And yeah, his independent work has been top notch as well. Geiger has been great. If you haven't read it, I highly recommend you go check it out. I think it's 5 issues, I believe. Really cool story about the world pretty much going to hell after a nuclear fallout. It makes sense that Junkyard Joe would survive that too. If this is taking place during, I don't know if it takes place in the same time or if there was a whole timeline that they had mapped out from like pre-nuclear fallout to like when Geiger was taking place. So I'm not sure where this will fall in, if it'll be before or after that. Maybe it's the whole thing, because if he's a robot, he probably lives through anything.
Right.
But yeah, this is my number 1 book. So Ash, whenever you catch this, suck it. Here's my indie book. Okay, I do read independent books. Mic drop. I'm out. And Undead Quinn did give us his number 1 book for this week. It is Dark Ride number 1. I think Dark Ride, isn't that that's being written by somebody I know.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, it's from Skybound, is it? Oh, it's Joshua Williamson. He's got a new book coming out with Skybound called Dark Ride. It's a amusement park from hell, basically.
Oh yeah, it's this one. I think Skip was mentioning this too.
Yeah, Joshua Williamson writing and Andre Bresson doing the art. So you got some pretty cool stuff. I may check this one out too, actually. They have a variant cover that looks like an N64 game. That's pretty legit.
Oh yeah.
It looks like Mario Kart.
It is Mario Kart. They totally took Mario Kart.
I really want that. That is fantastic.
So it's a sideways cover, yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yep.
I'm surprised no one pulled the new Josh Williamson. And yeah, Undead Quinn, that's what I did not realize. I think I knew about Dark Ride, but for some reason I forgot that Joshua Williamson was writing
look at this.
Oh, hey, it's the Little Mermaid.
Somewhere in hell and beyond your imagination is adventure and horror.
Wish I could be part of your morgue.
I'm buying this for this cover now.
That is pretty awesome. Dude, there's some great covers. This is just the first issue. There's like 2 great variant covers to it. Holy cow. That's awesome.
She just murdered a bunch of people. That's awesome.
That's pretty great.
All right.
So are you picking up the new Dan Slott, Mark Bagley Spider-Man number 1 this week?
New number 1.
New number 1. New York City.
No, thank you.
Same.
Trying to see what else is coming out. I mean, I was looking. Hulk will be picking up, but I'll go to get in the cover.
Yeah. New Fantastic Four number 5 that comes out this week.
Yep.
Peter David.
Gotham City Year 1. I read that over earlier today. It's all right, but
is that Tom King?
It's Tom King. And I kept thinking, why isn't this like this comic here? We're gonna have this. Why isn't it Brubaker?
For real.
Drop
Brubaker,
your crappy Tom King, and give us Brubaker.
Sean Gordon. Phil Hester can write, didn't he? Phil Hester's written before, I think. I mean, his art is really good, but I think he can write too.
Look at this. 2 generations before Batman, a private investigator, Slam Bradley, gets tangled in the kidnapping of a century as the infant Wayne Hare disappears in the night. And so begins a hard-boiled epic tale of a man living on the edge in a city about to burn. It's about Thomas Wayne. Thomas Wayne is the kid.
Oh, is it Thomas Wayne? Ah, okay.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a young Thomas Wayne.
This is going to be how he became a not so moral, upstanding citizen. I hate that whole thing recently where they're like, your dad wasn't really a great guy. Thomas
Wayne is the one that's the baby in this story. So it's yeah. But like I said, if you're going to do a story about this, it just shows you can have Brubaker, or you could have cheap imitation.
Yeah, pretty much. It does look like it does have the look of a Brubaker book. But
what if Ash is already? I'm not gonna read the rest of that. That's gross.
Ew.
I don't even know.
You've got the Axe, not Ash, but you have the Axe tie-in Star Fox #1.
Do a barrel roll, Fox.
Written by Kieran Gillen. God, that cover looks terrible. That looks like it looks like a woman.
I thought it was Arcade.
Or David Bowie. Or both.
I thought it was, when I first saw it, I thought it was Arcade.
Does kind of look like Arcade if Arcade was in the Hunger Games.
The Robbie Rossmo variants.
What? No, it's those animals. It's the furry variants. I don't like those. Those are obnoxious.
I'd rather have the furry variant than have this.
That looks it's better than the.
Do you know what that is? That's male Rogue.
That's David Bowie.
That's gender swap Rogue. It's got the.
It looks better than the other 2 covers. That one definitely looks like a woman.
Well, no matter which one it is, they're all effeminate.
Well, that's true.
So apparently Star Fox is gay in the Marvel Universe.
Star Fox was no, he can't be. You literally cannot make... Star Fox's power was that he attracted women to him. That was literally his superpower.
He's trans lesbian, okay?
Oh, okay. That's just a really long way to get to straight. That's the scenic route. Okay. You've got Undiscovered Country number 21. That comes
Walking Dead at 48 are now 2 more issues to the big 50.
Ooh, the big 50.
Joker, The Man Who Stopped Laughing.
Miracle Man number 0.
Rogue Sun for the we were like Rogue Sun, you know.
Oh, never mind. Miracle Man is written by Jason Aaron. Never mind.
Yeah, it's fine. I've read that.
Forget I mentioned anything, folks. Nothing to see here.
Teen Justice, yay!
No. Hey, there's that number 1 you were talking about, Siren's Gate.
Yes, Siren's Gate. What you notice on the thumbnail is actually a new new series.
New number 1
coming out of Dynamite for the first time. The cover is actually done by the actual artist, the interior art. So the interior art is what you see on the cover.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Superstar artist Shannon Mayer makes his writing and interior debut. Red Hot covers have been showcased in some of the best-selling books in the industry, and events have asked for years when he'll draw interiors. But wait no more, as he makes his writing interior debut with a fiendish tale, explores the very nature of what we call illuminated, with a kind of stunning artwork that only he can deliver. Tara, an aspiring writer, has never thought of herself as anyone special, for better or worse. That is about the change when a mysterious young man extends an unexpected invitation. Tara is awed at the opportunity to meet with her literary idol, Lady Rose. This unique encounter sparks a series of events, forever thrusting her into a world of the unimaginable. This is what Tara once assumed to be nothing more than imagined pages of dark fiction slowly begins to unravel itself as true reality. As we see, there's a werewolf in the background here too, and some kind of wizard or whatever, or mage, or demon, I don't know. But like I said, it looks pretty cool. Here is this has a lot of cheesecake covers here.
There are a lot of cheesecake.
Furry cheesecake. But here's one of the variants here. There's a werewolf in this too. So, like I said, we'll see how it goes. But here's Sun Kumaki. That's her cover, our pinup.
Nice, nice.
So, like I said, it's a different book. We'll see how it goes. And it's right in time for October. Yeah, yeah. It's basically coming out with the werewolf stuff.
This
Like I
is
said,
Halloween.
either it's gonna be the worst debut, or it's gonna be great. But it's through Dynamite, even though it's Atlas Comics. I guess it's Atlas Comics signature, where it originally was started from. But like I said, hopefully it's good, or it could end up being bad.
Yeah.
Ant-Man #4 comes out this week as well. Engeltine over at I Love Comics said he's been reading it. He's been enjoying it.
Very cool.
Texas Blood. I heard it's supposed to really good as well. Scott Snyder's Night of the Ghoul, which was originally a book on I believe was it Comixology first.
Maybe.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I believe it was because he had all those other ones.
Uh-huh.
So they're releasing the first issue. And then we have, I guess, Minor Threats for Dark Horse. It looks like a Batman on the cover.
There's another #1 coming from Dynamite this week as well.
Oh, look at this. Patton Oswalt's writing this.
That's a pass. That's a bit of a pass, unless it's Ratatouille. That was like the last good thing I think he did.
No, yes,
there's a new Red Sonja.
Yeah, I gotta scroll down to it, bro.
Oh, okay. Okay, bro.
Bro,
Don't make me get my tracksuit.
Avatar, Adapt or Die, #6.
Yeah.
Just like the movie, nobody cares.
Ash will probably get that one.
The new Shutter magazine.
I think you might have gone down too far.
My Hero Academia.
Yeah, you definitely went down further than
I know. I'm just going.
I
know.
No, My Hero Academia. Wait, that's not the volume. That's not the. Is that the new volume?
New volume.
Oh wow. Okay.
And that's Invisible Girl.
That's right. That's right. Invisible Girl.
So
shocker, folks. When she's
now.
naked, she's invisible. The clothes make her visible.
She's now invisible. Get this book. It's a key item. Spectators gonna be all over it.
And Twitter's gonna be all against it. So get it before they shut down the publisher. Although I don't know. Now that Elon Musk is actually buying it, maybe we won't have.
Is he really? Is he actually going to buy Twitter?
Yeah, they finalized the deal today. I saw a video on it before we started.
Nice.
They're saying he could take over as early as Friday.
So I'm just trying to figure out where there it is. Unbreakable Red Sonja.
Yeah.
Now I gotta say, when I first saw this cover, Zach.
Yeah, the caveman one.
I got horrible, just like almost like a chill, because I saw the little girl. I'm like, no, Merker Andolph is writing this. The current Red Sonja sucks right now because they basically made her mother.
Okay.
So basically, for those who are reading the Christopher Priest Vaporel Year 1, this almost sounds like Red Sonja Year 1. This is supposed to be Red Sonja when she's younger. It's basically what I'm reading about this. It's by Jim Zub, who basically wrote Conan the Barbarian, Dungeons and Dragons, also Avengers over at Marvel.
Yep.
He's also written some John Wick and some Jim. What else did he write? He didn't write all Avengers. He wrote.
No, he wrote several different Avengers titles. Let me see, what else has he done?
But
Avengers, he did. Oh yeah, he's done several different runs of Avengers.
It looks like he's like a mid writer, like a mid.
Yeah, he wrote Champions, the new Champions.
That's
the Marvel Teen Titans.
That kind of shaked my faith a little bit. I was like, oh no.
He's also written a lot of like Dungeons and Dragons comics and fantasy comics. So yeah.
So basically, in this debut issue, it says that Red Sonja carries a hazy vision that lurks just out reaching her memories. The answer to her mysterious moment will unlock a journey of forbidden magic and searing steel as Sonja's past and present collide in the quest. So basically, is she gonna be like plagued by like watching over her younger self? Like, is she gonna have like her younger self next to her as times overlapping?
I don't know, but I do know that the covers for this look pretty good. Whereas with Immortal Red Sonja, which is the Dan Abnett book that I'm reading, Red Sonja does not have the chainmail bikini. She has a full-length outfit that is cursed that's stuck on her. Yep. It looks like all the covers that we're seeing here make it look like she's gonna be back in everyone's.
I gotta say this, so every time I see the little girl here, I'm thinking of like the young Black Widow in the Black Widow movie.
That does have the same vibes. Yeah.
What's her name? His daughter. Oh, I forget her name is, but she does all the. She was Alice in all the Resident Evil movies.
Mila Jovovich.
Yeah, her daughter played the young version of Scarlet in the movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, all the covers here, like they're like we're getting us. I mean, we're going back to the 2005 cleavage here.
And the thighs.
Yep, the muscular
Good
thighs.
night.
Here's your Finch cover.
David Finch.
Yes.
The GOAT.
The cosplay.
There are some really fantastic covers. Even the
cosplay
one's not bad, actually.
The cosplay, though, as I've talked about this with some people at the comic book store and online stuff. The problem with the cosplays for Vampiro and Red Sonja, unless it's Gracie, you're getting a lot of flat-chested models for busty comic book characters. I'm just saying, it's kind of weird.
The Enhook Lee metal variant is pretty nice. It's kind of more anime looking.
The 1 in 15, I'm looking at this. This is when it's on the thumbnail.
That's a great one.
That's a callback to
the
2005 series where she's, that's my Red Sonja. This is the Red Sonja I wanted to see in the comic books.
The Castro cover is pretty cool. Cover R.
Fidel Castro did one?
Not Fidel Castro. Just that one right there. It's right. Yeah, it's the one where. No, that one's pretty cool, but that's not the one.
Like I said, these are awesome covers for incentive covers, And I said, when I look at the main cover again, or was it? I can't remember. Usually it's right here, but I can pull it here.
Tiago Del Silva did a good one. Sora Sung. Oh my God.
So this is the main cover, and I said it's just like I don't want to see a child. I don't want to see a child on a Red Sonja cover. Okay,
it's very
creepy.
Yeah. The Sora scroll all the way down.
No,
even more. That one all the way to the right. No, that one.
Yeah, the Sora Sung.
Sora Sung. Yeah.
The blood, everything. Yes.
Top tier.
Yeah. Yep. I mean,
little did we know, Castro was also a great comic book artist.
Well, look at this. So, that cover you saw before, colored, the black and white looks so much better. Pops.
It really does. Wow, that's cool. I do like that.
And then you look at here's the other one, black and white here. Oh, the other one.
That one's not bad. I kind of like the regular one, the color one. I like that one a little bit more, but. Yeah, there's some really great covers here.
Yeah,
David. Yeah, that one. Got the side boob and the cheek. I'm calling that one the cheeky cover.
Oh, you want to see the cheeky cover?
Oh, is it the one on top of the octopus? Yeah.
Yeah, that's the cheeky cover.
That's pretty cheeky.
Yeah. Although her leg's kind of messed up.
Enhook Lee, his cover is really cool. I don't know. I'm probably gonna try to get the David Finch one, but the Sora Song or the what's his name? Roberto de la Torre, his cover is really cool too. So yeah, there's a lot.
Well, you're always safe with this one, right?
Yo, no lie, if Frank Cho comes anywhere near me at a con or something, yes. Because I will get him to go draw one of his famous, funny Red Sonja parody sketches on that. That'd be fantastic.
Yeah, so this is Dan Panosian.
Panosian?
Panosian? I don't know. I can't. My microphone's away.
Panosian? Dan Panosian? Maybe?
Yeah. Like I said, this is a throwback to classic stuff. That's what I like.
Yeah, it's really cool.
And it's a 1 in 15, so means it's not that bad. Because if he gets my comic book shop gets enough books, so like he's got 1 in 7s before and stuff, and he just puts them out for like 1 in 15s, 1 in 7s. He puts them out for like normal price with my 20% discount. So, all right, so yeah, that's coming out this week too as well. I'm kind of excited to see an action line.
Yeah.
What's Outpage? If a black hat? I never heard of Outpage.
Outpage. Meow meow, motherfucker. That's how he. That's what
Yes.
he said. Meow, motherfuckers.
But
Outrage. There he goes. He corrected himself.
like I said, there's some other books coming out. I mean, but like we've talked about pretty much all the good books.
Yeah.
Night Watch 2, though. I gotta say, I last year they had a Batman Day. This was out the first issue, so they waited a whole entire year to Batman Day this year to release it again. With Joseph Torres.
Mm-hmm.
It was actually a pretty fun book. You know, it was a little aim for more toward kid stuff. You know, but
it kind of reminds me of the Batman animated adventures continue.
Yes, but in this sense, instead of being Tim Drake, it's Damian. In the
Damian's cooler anyway.
Yeah. Yep. So, all right, I guess that's it for this week. You know, and if you guys have any other questions or concerns or complaints, please leave them in the comment section down below after the stream.
Complaints.
All right. Yep.
Not enough Red Sonja on the screen. Need to slow down.
Slow down. Like I said, I have fun doing this, and this is why we do it on this channel. But please do check out Old Man Comics over there. He's finally throwing some videos up there. It takes him a while because he's old, but check him out.
I think he just put one up. I think about E.T. I saw a thumbnail for earlier.
I said he's old. He's around E.T.
Or maybe it was him. I don't know. Maybe it was a selfie.
Eglantine phone home. E.T. Yes. All right. So that being said, we do. Oh, seriously though, for those who are going to be buying books or reading any books this week, even if it's not a complete 5 list, if you have a 1 through 4, please down below leave a comment. It helps out the algorithm, helps shares out the channel. Whether you're just saying hi or if you want to leave your list so we can compare it on Thursday when we talk about the best books of the week.
Yeah. Find out if the books that we mentioned, if they'll be the best ones.
Austin P, we can't read if your complaint unless it's in the form of a comment after the stream.
Or a super chat.
If you guys actually start leaving actually good comments on the channel, we'll actually start talking about some of the comments.
There you go.
That being said, I hope you guys had fun, and I'll see you guys on Thursday. All right. Later.
Or Thursday, as my people used to call it.
Thursday.
Thursday. Bye, guys.
All right. Bye.